Evening, folks. Melvin here. Today I want to talk about a problem that's affecting millions of people every day. The friend zone. For those of you who don't know, friend zoning is a phenomenon that occurs when you have a friendship wherein one of the participants has strong feelings or desires for the other that are unreciprocated. Obviously, a sexual stallion of my caliber has never fallen victim to the dreaded friend zone, but that's beside the point. As is often the case, art imitates life, and we find that our beloved games have become inundated with this terrible plague. And if it happens in gaming is even remotely related to anything sexual, then you could bet on your Stroud's sweet tits I'll make a video countdown about it. And with that, I present to you the top 5 friend zones in video games. She's the princess of Hyrule and he's the hero of time. What could possibly make for a better couple? Well, the answer is anything that is an actual couple. Now you're probably saying to yourself, but Melvy, surely they get together at some point. Link braves countless dangers, defeats terrifying monsters, and solves tens of puzzles game after game, all at great personal expense to his own safety. Surely there must be some naked princess-shaped prize at the bottom of the treacherous crackerjack box that is Ganon and his nefarious plots. No. See, the thing we must consider is that Link and Zelda aren't actually the same characters in every installment of the franchise, but rather different descendants of their respective lineages depending on the game. This tells us that the two of them never get together, otherwise their two separate bloodlines would become one. And for those of you keeping score at home, it isn't just one Link getting friend-zoned, it's all of them. And this just goes to show that if ever a princess wants you to save her, you better get something in writing. Oh, Cloud and Tifa, what squandered potential. Grew up in the same town together, clearly had feelings for each other. Heck, Cloud even joined the military to impress her, but not before promising to always be there to protect her. Oh, but alas, fate had other plans. At the beginning of Final Fantasy VII, these two seemed to be on the fast track to Bangtown. Then Cloud met a flower girl named Aerith. Is it Aerith or Eris? Aerith. Aerith? And then, after venturing together for an entire disc, that's like 700 megs of sexual tension, smash cut 2. Oh, poor Tifa. If there's one boss you can't beat, it's the dead ex-girlfriend. And not just any dead ex-girlfriend. This is the ex-girlfriend who died in her lover's arms after her life was violently cut short by the one person that he used to idolize most. You can't write a more tragic story. That's an uphill battle of Sisyphusian proportions. And sadly, that's where the rest of Cloud and Tifa's lives began. After 7, they moved in together, ran a bar and delivery service together. Hell, they even raised 2 kids together, though not their own. However, the one piece missing from their otherwise beautiful relationship also happens to be the most important: romance. But hey, at least she still got that cool friendship ring, right? That totally makes up for being perpetually stuck in a hollow facade of a relationship, right? Wow, that got pretty real right there. Let's lighten the mood. Here are some hot girls in Tifa cosplay. What? No Jessica Negri? You are fired. They say that love comes in many shapes, and in this case, that shape is a cube. In Portal, Chell and the weighted companion cube first meet in Test Chamber 17. There, the companion cube selflessly aids Chell by sitting on switches to open doors and blocking balls of energy that would otherwise vaporize Chell. And how exactly did Chell repay this kindness? By dropping the poor cube into the emergency intelligence incinerator is how. Wow. Congratulations indeed, you cold-hearted bitch. Killing the poor companion cube faster than any other test subject? I bet your parents are real proud. But seriously, what's wrong with you?
The Enrichment Center reminds you that the weighted companion cube will never threaten to stab you and, in fact, cannot speak.
You hear that? No stabbing and no talking? What more could you want from a relationship? To be fair though, this probably wasn't going to work out in old WCC's favor, just from a very basic anatomical standpoint. The companion cube is a cube, and Chell is, well, not a cube. It's not entirely out of the realm of possibility though. I mean, look at the Snozberries guy from Super Troopers. He's married to Christina Hendricks. Christina F-Cup Hendricks. How? Even science can't answer that one. I don't care about curing cancer, science. I want answers. My penis. What we have here is a classic tale of awkward adolescent infatuation. Boy meets girl, girl falls for boy runs away really fast. The girl in this situation is none other than everyone's favorite 12-year-old pink hedgehog, Amy Rose. Amy really likes Sonic. This is a fact that she reminds Sonic and the player of every possible chance she gets. She's about as subtle about her feelings for Sonic as something that is not very subtle at all. sledgehammers, tap dancing crocodiles, jazzercise. I don't know. Those aren't subtle, right? Amy literally never misses an opportunity to drool over Sonic. See for yourself.
You saved me, Sonic. I was afraid I'd never be able to flirt with you again.
And how about poor Sonic? All he wants to do is run around collecting gold rings, thwart Robotnik, eat chili dogs, and hang out with his best buds Knuckles and Tails. But alas, while Sonic's running free in the Green Hill Zone, Amy is stuck firmly in the friend zone, left to pine away for her self-appointed boyfriend. As fate would have it, the number one friend zone on our list also just so happens to be the oldest. And before anyone says that Peach and Bowser aren't friends, let me point out they play golf together regularly. And when was the last time you played golf with someone who wasn't your friend? For over 25 years, Bowser has pined and pursued after the lovely Princess Peach. Unfortunately for old King Coop, he has a strong case of what we in the video game sex industry like to call the never learns. Bowser is the ruler of his own nation, a Koopa of great wealth, status, and some sweet breakdancing skills. Move over, Parappa the Rappa. There's a new sheriff in town, and he's about to blow a hot set of dance moves all over your face. So seeing the princess of his dreams get all cozy with her boy toy Mario, an overweight Italian plumber with a pedo stash, just tears him up. As a result, he hatches a brilliant plan to kidnap her, which will not only act as an impressive display of his power, but also show Peach how much of a loser Mario is when he fails to rescue her. Unfortunately for Bowser, Mario rises to the challenge and does indeed save her. And that's where it all starts to fall apart for Bowser. See, rather than grabbing his crack team of advisors and hitting the drawing board, he just decides to try the exact same thing over and over again. Kidnap the princess, throw some Goombas at Mario, hope something sticks, but it never does. And what Bowser fails to realize is that by kidnapping Peach and having Mario rescue her, he's only strengthening their relationship. Which is an understandable mistake because, unlike me, he probably hasn't studied 3 semesters of psychology at the community college level. See, every time that Mario saves the princess, he becomes that much more of a hero in her eyes, increasing her affection and dependence on him. Meanwhile, Mario's affections for her are strengthened by his subconscious's need to justify the immense effort he puts into rescuing her. Booyah. And thus we see the great tragedy of Bowser. The harder he tries to win over Peach, the further he gets from ever achieving said goal. And you know what? I really kind of feel for the guy. He's not that bad. He just overcompensates for his insecurities by acting tough all the time. Kind of like Biff from Back to the Future. And really, what's the worst thing that Biff ever did?
George, help me, please.
Just turn around, McFly.
Oh, the whole rape thing. Skip my mind. And that's the top 5 friend zones in video games. So remember, if you ever find yourself stuck in a similar situation to any of these characters, you can always find solace in your 2 best friends, Tissues and Lubriderm. You know, tissues to wipe the tears away and Lubriderm to moisturize your face after a good cry. What were you gonna use them for? Anywho, that'll about do it for me tonight. I'm Melvin, and I'll see you folks next time.